Since 2013, Power Africa has brought together technical and legal experts, the private sector, and governments from around the world to work in partnership to increase the number of people across the African continent with access to electricity.
Power Africa really has been transformative to the sector. It's been a really exciting time. Over 600 million people without electricity, and you're seeing all these innovative new companies spring up to meet that need.
Africa has a unique advantage of not having built a huge utility and a huge system. So they actually can have a huge advantage of leapfrogging this entire generation of technological leap.
Power Africa has been a great friend for Kenyan. First of all, by building capacity for our management and our board. It has facilitated the training of our senior executives, and recently we are able to get 2 very big contracts in Ethiopia, courtesy of the relationship that we've had with Power Africa.
The Power Africa partnership has absolutely transformed not just the African continent, but the way that governments worldwide do business. It's changed the way that we do development. Instead of just bringing in people to opine on what needs to be done in a sector, we actually figure out what's holding up a certain type of project. One of the things that Power Africa has done is we've helped bring down the price of electricity in Africa.
We're in the final decade now to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 7 on universal access to energy. We have to transition to implementation now, and the partnership that we've already had is going to be particularly crucial as we really start working in country, specific to country needs, and really scaling up and speeding up energy access in high-impact countries.
$68 million now have affordable electricity, but that's just scratching the surface. There are still 600 million Africans living in the dark. American business, American industry can bring much needed technology, business savvy, and when you work with American industry, you know that you're going to get powerful, strong, effective products.
I think the long-term impact that Power Africa will have in the next 5 to 10 years is both increasing energy access and making sure that power is available. Power Africa has an opportunity to really push on this, that just providing electricity isn't enough. You have to provide electricity, and you also have to think about the economic development, particularly around agriculture.
I think the Power Africa partnership will have a long-term impact on the continent. The work that's being done now to help solve very large shortages of electricity is to create more sustainable, low-cost power, which will be able to see 10, 20 years into the future. So the impact is really to keep the lights on and lower the cost in a more reliable and sustainable manner.
We're still in the startup phase in the off-grid, beyond the grid portion of Power Africa, but what we're going to see in 5, 10, 20 years are these early-stage businesses transform millions and hundreds of millions of lives. So it's our role to be catalytic that 5, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to see an energy revolution happening in Africa, and we're proud to be a part of that.